In the last video, we discovered that a lithium-ion battery pack typically contains many cells. In this video, we will briefly discuss what is actually inside of those cells. Keep in mind, we will be giving a high-level explanation here and will omit the more complex science. Also note that not all the details in this video are essential to understand the hazards associated with lithium-ion batteries. However, it does provide a basic understanding of what is going on inside a cell, which in turn helps us to identify potential hazards. Now, you might be thinking, how does a lithium-ion cell store and release electrical energy for us to use in a device? Well, the key is in the title. In these battery cells, lithium ions move back and forth, storing and releasing energy. This diagram here shows a simplified lithium-ion cell. We can see that the cell has two electrodes, called the anode and the cathode. These electrodes contain materials that can store lithium ions. The separator prevents direct contact between the electrodes. Direct contact between the anode and the cathode will result in an electrical short circuit, which significantly damages the battery and is potentially very dangerous. The separator is designed to prevent a short circuit, but still allow lithium ions to move through it. The electrolyte is a liquid solution that transports lithium ions between the electrodes. Without the liquid electrolyte, the lithium ions could not move through the cell. It's important to note here that the cathode, anode, separator and electrolyte are all needed for a lithium-ion battery to work properly. But how does a lithium-ion cell store and release energy? Well, we can think of the cathode here as the source of the lithium ions. In a cell that has zero charge, the cathode has the available lithium ions. When we charge the battery, the lithium ions use the electrolyte as a sort of taxi to ride through the separator and over to the anode. So during charging, we're taking lithium ions from the cathode and storing them in the anode. And the more lithium ions we can store in the anode during charging, the more energy that is stored in the cell. There is a limit to the amount of lithium ions that we can store in the anode. And this limit corresponds to the material that the anode is made from and the physical size of the anode. So, when we have fully charged our cell, the anode will have many lithium ions stored. But what happens when we want to release the energy from a battery cell? Well, when we discharge the cell, the energy is released, and we can use this energy to power our devices. Inside the cell, the lithium ions move from the anode back to the cathode. So with the lithium-ion cell, we are simply moving lithium ions between the anode and the cathode during charging and discharging. And as we charge and discharge the battery, we generate heat, especially if we charge and discharge the cell very fast. If the cell overheats, this can lead to thermal runaway and potentially end in a battery fire. Therefore, it is very important that we regulate charging and discharging to ensure that the battery does not overheat. This is one of the jobs of the Battery Management System, or BMS for short. We will discuss the BMS in depth later in this course. For now, as a summary, a battery management system monitors cells within a lithium-ion battery to ensure that they are healthy and are not overheating. Unfortunately, not all battery management systems are of the same quality. Some lithium-ion battery products might not even have a battery management system, or will have a substandard BMS, which is a major safety issue. This highlights the importance of buying lithium-ion batteries and lithium-ion battery chargers from reputable device manufacturers. In the next video, we will cover the different types of lithium-ion battery cells.